Everybody, we're here in the caravan and I'm going to show you if you get a red heat fail on your heating system. I think that's what the terminology is. You'll have seen videos where they say, oh, you need to bleed your system and you need to reset your controller. Yes, you do, but if that doesn't work and you still get the red heat fail, there's something else you might be able to try. So I'll just show you. You've got to obviously locate your hot water system. Put you on the tripod in place. So first off, you need to remove this top panel, which just pulls off. You should have already seen this in one of the videos. And they say to reset your system, you need to unplug both these wires. I would suggest you need to do more than that, because when you unplug those wires, I think that just removes power from your controlling panel and removes the signal lines from your controlling panel. I'm not convinced the control panel is that clever, because under here there's a big circuit board. Under here there is still power on here, so you need to unplug your caravan completely. It's held in place by 3 screws, T15 screws. There's a long one that comes out of there, and there's 2 short ones that come out of here. And then that just wiggles past your connector on the board and comes out. What you then want to locate, just tilt you forward, is this connector. This is your sensors that produce your failures. So put you back down, might be able to move you, there we go. Our problem, turns out, I didn't fix it, we ended up having to get a technician in, and he replaced the fluid in the system, bled the system. That cost an arm and a leg, didn't work. He had to ring up Alde, who said the next thing was it might be this. So this cable is about another £37 plus fitting, and it turns out it was the problem. What you need to do is test with a multimeter set on ohms. I'm going to reposition the camera. So set it to a low range first. As you can see, we've got 0.2 ohms across the red. So 2 red wires. It should be short circuit. Set it to the 20 kiloamp range, and the other 2, the blue and the grey, should be connecting properly. It's reading about 12k there. There we go, about 12k. And the other one is about 12k, in the kilo ohm range. And then I'll take it off and show you some heat testing. If you've got a problem with the So if you've got a problem with the cable not reading correctly, to remove, you've got sensors, a red one there, blue one there, and the grey one is fastened to the side. I'll just, don't know if you can see that. It'll become apparent when you can actually see what you're doing. And those are a 5.5mm socket. You need to take those off. You probably have to move your circuit board. You've got two sets of clips. You've got these top clips. So what you do is you just gently move them to the side and your board will unclip. And then do the same with the ones lower down either side, and then the board will pull out and pull up. Well, I'm not unclipping the board because I don't need to, but you might need to unclip the board to actually get the cable out. You might be able to do it from there. It's easier with the board out, but you do have to unplug your Caravan before taking that board out because there's power, lots of power on there. I know that because I had a huge ooh yah moment and then went and unplugged the Caravan. So here we are, we're going to test the cable in question. The grey and the blue should start off around about 10 kilo ohms. The red should be almost short circuit. I'll show you this. And when you go into hot water, just adjust you. You can see, I think you can see that we're in the kilo ohm range. So I put 2 into the grey. It's around about 10 kilos. I think can you see that? Yeah. When you heat this up, putting it into hot water, it should drop quite quickly, as it is doing. Same with the blue. So I'm just connecting across the blue now. So it's 10.6 kilo ohms. Drops. Now across the red, it'll show short circuit. Take it down onto the lower range and it's 0.3 of an ohm. And when you dip that into the hot water, it doesn't really change. That's just a... If you want to get into your connector, or get your wires out of the connector, it's a Molex, I think it's called a Molex style connector, and you need to have 2 very fine pins because they've got 2 locking tabs either side of the contacts. So I'll try to do a demonstration on this. What I've found, I bought car contact extractors, not fine enough. What you need is some staples, standard fine staples. Split 2 of them off and unfold one of the legs, so you've got a short end and a long end like that. So that side's unfolded, and you'd stick them side by side, not side by side, but one on each side. two. It can be a bit fiddly, can this, and they go in from the front here. That's why they've got to be so fine, because they've got to get in. The first one is fairly easy to get in. The second one can be a bit of a, especially when you've got two. Can be a bit more fiddly. Yeah, no, that's gone down the centre. That's got it, I think. And you've got to push it in until you feel it sort of almost click. And then it comes out. So, I don't know if you can see that. There's the two. There we go. Those are the two tabs outside that you've got to connect. So it's the actual contact goes in with tab at the top, tab at the bottom, pushes in and clicks in. And it's those two tabs that you've got to bring in with your paper clip. I thought I'd show you that in case you needed to get your contact out, because it's the wire's pulled out, and then you can either get a new contact or solder it on, or the real way really. Yeah, you've either got to solder it to the existing contact. You can't undo the crimp. It would be too difficult, but you can. Try it again, extract it. So you put one in one side, one on the other side, and it should pull out, just like that. So, quite simple when you know how.